My favorite moment. I think my favorite moment is just the realization when George realizes that his life matters.
There's something really special about getting to just like stand on stage and listen to the opening number. The orchestration is amazing and the vocals are amazing, and it's just it's always like it sends tingles down my spine every night. It's so good.
As Mr. Potter, I think it would have to be that grim, chill moment when he says to George, "You're worth more dead than alive," and gives him the idea to throw away the greatest gift.
The Bing moment when Mary and George lock eyes.
We are the music makers. I mean, I like to think that if Bert and Ernie weren't there doing the very important role that they do, the show wouldn't happen. You know, it's crucial.
When George sees Violet wearing her lovely floral dress, and he says, "Oh, Violet, you look great," and she's like, "Oh, this old thing? This is what I throw on when I don't care what I look like."
I know it sounds so corny and cheesy, but the very end, because you look at it and you think, okay, bit of a sappy ending if you just listen to the music and everything, but nothing's really changed on paper. The town bailed him out. He didn't get the money back from Mr. Potter. Mr. Potter is still one in his books. So it's interesting because nothing has changed, and yet the only thing that has is perspective.
The number I get to do with George, nice work if you can get it. And I get to sing it and do some tap dancing, a little dancing in it, and I do the entire thing drunk.
When George and Mary first meet, that's one of my all-time favorite moments, because the very beginning of the show, we're just rushing ahead, and then time stops.
Okay, so the opening scene, it's basically this massive prayer to George, so he's already contemplating ending his life. And basically the whole town has kind of banded together to be there for him. I always felt doing it last year that it was this huge display of like ferocious community support. So I always love singing that song.
I really like the ending when Harry toasts his brother, the richest man in town, and that's what the whole thing's been building to.
For Clarence, it's the moment when he realizes just how bad things really would have been if George wasn't around. When he realizes the ripple effect that lives were lost because George wasn't around. I think that moment of revelation is the resounding moment for Clarence when he realizes just what's happened.